Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Nelson, you're watching Nature Nell, and if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. There's something really special today, which is my always favorite, what's in bloom. I have a lot of stuff, surprisingly enough, in November. we had several storms come by here, so I guess it ignited spikes, and I have things that are spiking double and triple. So it's going to be an amazing 2 months of beautiful blooms. So I'm not going to be too chatty. Let's go straight into it. Let's go look at some blooms. All right, my lovely orchid lovers and plant lovers. Let's get started where I always like to start, in the beginning of my greenhouse. For you that are just tuning in for the first time, this is my greenhouse, one of two. There's my other one, which is a quick tent greenhouse. It's where I keep my bulbophyllums and my phalaenopsis. And here is where I bring in all my blooming orchids. I keep my Vandas here. I call it Vanda lane. And as they spike, as you guys can see, it's kind of empty because there's a lot in there. I can barely walk inside my greenhouse, so I can't wait to take you inside. Here we go. Let's start with, let's see, what do I want to start with? Something I haven't shown you yet. You know, let's start with this, because I really, this was on my last video haul. I got this at Crowell Smith. This is a Bulbophyllum Master Cyanum crossed with Bulbophyllum Frosty Eye. And I thought they were going to stay closed at first, but they kind of open into this daisy style of petals. And I really like it. It's so cool. It kind of looks like little dancing feet. And I literally just got this about 2-3 weeks ago when I went on my visit to Crowell Smith. I went Bulbophyllum crazy. And if you guys have not seen that haul, I encourage you to do so, because I talk more about these orchids. I just love looking at them up close. And I also featured this one, which I really like. My little clamshell orchids. And I also got this at Crowell Smith. And what I liked about it was the deep color inside the actual, I guess, what is that called? Sepal, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, that area in there is just beautiful. To me, it always looks like a watercolor painting when you look at it up close. That's why when I was doing artwork years ago, I focused so much on orchids, because it was like great subject matter to create art pieces, because the art is already there. You just have to enhance it a bit. All right, now let's start. Actually, I want to show you guys this. This is my Hoya retusa. Look how big it's gotten. I don't know if you guys have been following me. You saw me buy this last year at the Redland International Orchid Show, and it was like a quarter of that. And look at how big she's gotten, but then look at all the flowers. This is one of my favorite Hoyas. It looks like a women's bridal veil. By the way, I'm trying something new today. I'm shooting on 4K. So let me know how it looks on your side. It's a lot more memory that I'm taking, but I did clean my phone out a lot. And this phone has a lot of memory. So I'm able to shoot it in 4K. And look at the flowers, they're just adorable. My sprinkler system was just on, so everything is kind of wet, which I kind of like it because it shimmers when I'm videotaping. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys this because it happens like twice a year, I would say. And this time it like really gave me a lot. Now, I want to re-feature this one. I just featured it in a surprise unboxing, but I showed it to you guys indoors. It didn't really show the colors as well. Now, this was sent to me as a surprise edition by Kelly from YouTube channel Orchids in Paradise. And what she has over there is absolutely amazing. She's been doing some crazy hauls, and I'm trying to encourage you guys to check it out because it really is something else. Like, she's got some really cool stuff, and she's just gone like orchid insane in a good way. And she got a lot of orchids, and this was a split from one that she got that was in a tray with like 6 or 7, and she split this one. And you know, it's funny, as I was seeing her show that on her video, I was like, ooh, I would love to have one of those splitted ones. And she surprised me. I never even told her. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my God. But I was a little bit confused because I thought it was Jeremy. There was the package came with 2 deliveries. It was her delivery and S&W, and I thought it was Jeremy, and I apologize for that. It was actually Kelly who sent me this as a gift. Again, thank you. I love it. She is so awesome, and I'm still learning the name. It's Ching Shuang Chiang Ching Xiang. I don't know. I think it's Chinese. But it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. And she also gifted me this one since we're right next to it. And now you can see it in daylight. I am completely obsessed with this dendrobium. This is a yellow splash. I am totally in love with this dendrobium. And every day the color gets a little bit more saturated and a little bit deeper. So eventually it'll turn into this bright yellow and dark red. But now I'm you know, between bulbophyllums and dendrobiums, I'm starting to enhance that part of the collection. But just these 2 alone are gorgeous. I'm so happy with them. Super happy. And I have a feeling when I go to Hawaii next year, I'm going to be going crazy over there shopping. And then, of course, now that I know we can ship everything here, I'm just going to do some good shopping over there and just ship it over. Oh my God, help me. Hold on, I'm trying to do this through the Retusa. Now this, I don't have the name from the top of my head. I've lost this tag like 3 times, believe it or not. It's like the curse of the tag. And so somebody actually, a viewer of mine actually gave me a name for it, and it was correct. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, it has Rothschild Dicinianum in it. But I'll look for it on my notes. I have notes since I started doing this channel, and I go back and they don't disappoint. I get my information right there. So this one is just starting to finish his opening his blooms. There's another one right there. So it's gonna have 4. It's gonna be a show. And I just love this Paphiopedilum. I got this at OFE's Orchid and Supply. Look at that. A while ago, about 3 years ago. It's such a pretty flower. To me, it just looks, another one that looks like a painting. I mean, you can make that into a painting right there. And then right behind it is the lovely, oh my God, I always forget this name again. Lime sherbet with little star, I think. I gotta look. And this is fragrant. And as they age, they turn into this beautiful yellow, which I really love. Look at this. Is that not gorgeous, guys? Look at that yellow. It's like a banana yellow. And she's been so generous this year with me. She's given me so many spikes. Look, all in there. Like 4 or 5 spikes, including that one, like 6. All right. And this one I covered already. So you know what? I don't want to make it, like I said, I don't want to make it too long. I could always go back. Let's go in here. I want to show you guys how congested this place is. Everything you see in here, it's either spiking, blooming, or potential of, or things that have just gotten mounted. So let's start with this one right here. I bought this from my buddy, Mr. Hurahame from the Orchid Fix. He's in Hawaii, which, by the way, when I go, I'm going to try to reach out to him and see if I can visit him, see his facilities, if he has one. I really don't know if he has like a open to the public, or maybe he would let me just hang out with him and interview him. He's really, really knowledgeable. And I got this from him about a year ago at Kroll Smith. He was a vendor there. And I love this little orchid. She is such a heavy bloomer. It's Oncidium Siku Marguerite. And she is very fragrant. She smells like sugar cookies, which I love that fragrance. That's just like that grapey. This sugar cookie smell is very common in orchids, the same way that the grapey fragrance is also very common. And the Fruit Loop one too. Look at this, how beautiful they are. And this is not even completely open. When they're all open, see all these? And it's funny, when you look at them, doesn't it seem like they have thrips? I thought at first, I'm like, oh no, but it's because of the yellow. It shows through, and then the pink in the back kind of gives it that burnt look. I was freaking out, but no, look how beautiful they're opening. I'm very happy, but that was a concern for me. I was like, should I start spraying? But then I kept on thinking, it doesn't look like thrips it, but the color looks like it. It's just a horrible color for a bud. But she is, once she gets into full bloom, she's gonna be spectacular. And I used to usually hang her, but I decided now to keep her like this. I like to enjoy her down here better because I can do this. Ooh, and smell that sweet sugar cookie smell. Now this one is just starting to open. This was a surprise bloom. I didn't even see the buds come out. But I love this one's another generous bloomer for me. And if you go online, there's only one person who has this photo of the same one, because there's some that are, it's Kellylea crossed with something. Kellylea crossed with, let me see if I can kind of decipher, because look, it's a BLC rustic spots crossed with Kellylea. There you go. Just because I kind of remember. And there's really not much, and this is such a gorgeous, gorgeous flower. And every time she gives me spikes, she gives an extra bud. I'm up to 5. It started with 2, then 3, then 4, now it's 5. She's a show-off. And I love that. Now, straight up here, we have, let me see if I can get a better shot because the lighting is kind of weird today. This is the species. This is a Vanda sanderiana, known as the Wiley. And I guarantee you that Wiley name must have something Polynesian behind it, because it sounds Hawaiian to me. It doesn't sound like something we would name it, but it's a gorgeous flower. And by the way, the flower itself looks very tropical and Hawaiian, because usually you think of tropical as yellow, orange, and reds, but also pinks could, in the right combinations of pinks, that could add that tropical feel. So I've been waiting for this puppy to bloom for me for quite a while, because she only blooms once a year. I did buy this at OFE's, which is another OFE's beauty. See, they're not just supplies, guys. They have great orchids. And I got this, I would say about a year ago. And I realized, being a species, she might not bloom for another year. And sure enough, a year to the date, here she is giving me a spike. And unfortunately, with the rain that we had with the storms, Nicole and Ian, those two brought so much water to this area, And for many, many days that it started getting fungus, and I was able to stop it with fungicide. I had to use a heavy stuff, the methyl 5. And this is the only leaves that I don't think are gonna make it. They're trying to, but but I don't think they're gonna make it. But it is what it is. You know, it's the price you pay for having them outside. Now here I have a Crowsmith Vanda that I got about 8 months ago, and it is one of my favorite color combinations and patterns. I mean, this, if you're gonna ask me what I love in an orchid flower, you're seeing, or as far as color and pattern, you're seeing it right here. You're seeing the cranberry, the yellow, the freckles. This is just, for me, perfection. And she blooms so nicely this year. Because when I bought her, the flowers died shortly after, so I didn't get to enjoy it. But this is going to be here for a while. And there it is, Vanda Painter's Dream crossed with a Call Fragrance. And right next to it, which I love that they have the same freckles but different colors, is this beautiful, beautiful Vanda that was given to me by my friends at Sierra Madre. And I think this is just called a burgundy spot. But I'm loving that these small basket Vandas are blooming so amazing. What I mean by small basket is these baskets. They're just to hold the bottom of the Vanda. And she still has a way to go to completely open. But I'm in love. And before they close, which I'm surprised, it's early in the morning, so my Queen of the Nights were blooming last night. And they're still open, which I love it when it's during the day, because you get to really appreciate them not in the dark. And these only open for overnight. See how they're starting to close? She was way more open. And they just don't, I don't know why they don't last longer, but I guess it's just part of their cycle. And the fragrance on these is to die for. They come with a powerful, powerful fragrance. They need to attract bugs. There we go. Very pretty. All right, there's just a lot, guys. There really is a lot. I don't even know where to turn here. Since we're on Vandas, let's go up here. I call this my bubblegum Vanda, and you'll see why. It's another Crowsmith special. It's like bubblegum. It's a very bubblegummy type of color. It's my one of my top 5 favorite Vanda colors here in the greenhouse. I was so looking forward to this one blooming, and I have several Vandas that have the same structure. And let me see if I can pull back here. So I didn't know which one it was. And then when I pulled it down from the cable and I saw the tag, here, let me show you the tag. Napadal Delight, Crawls, Thailand. And it is an AOS recognized and awarded. It's beautiful. It's really, really pretty. This is one of my top. Really, really, really pretty. And now over here, it's from Ben Young, since I'm already up here. This one has 3 spikes. There's one right there, one in the back, and one right here. And this is the Everest or Evergreen. Hold on. Oh my God, this is gonna be hard. I'm just gonna put it on the bottom. The Evergreen Delight. Is it Ben's? Hold on. Yeah, Ben Evergreen Delight. Sorry, I didn't realize I was zoomed up. All right, Ben Evergreen Delight. And I got this about a year ago with Blanca and Laz and some other friends. I think that's the day that I got this one. It was pouring rain. And I said, you know, I don't have any Vandas that are light colored like this, very clean looking. Everything I have is like super colorful with a lot of pattern. And I said, let me take something like this. And I got to tell you, this one in particular is my most, the one that gives me the most shoots. It always gives me, this is the first time it gives me 3, but it's given me 2 in the past, like twice. So I really love this one. And I love the color. It's just a very clean color. Okay, let me get down here before I slip. Everything's wet. All right, let's go down here. Oh, okay, I'm gonna end it with this. Hold on. And then we're gonna do part 2. This is right now my total obsession. This comes from Moats Orchids. I got it from Mrs. Moats herself. She sold it to me. And I think I paid maybe $25. It was on the last day. They needed to get rid of everything they had left, and they had this beautiful Col Marie that the fragrance on this orchid, there is just no words for it. If you guys are familiar with the Rick and Stylus fragrance, it's like that, but even sweeter. And the color on it is just intense. I wish that I could actually figure out a way. I mean, that's pretty close to what it looks like. It's just beautiful, but in person, it looks like somebody turned the lights on. Like it looks luminescent. And I had it, I was like, you know, I've always wanted to have one of these. And I know they're not cheap. Right now, they go for a lot more than $35. I just got lucky with this price because there was only 2 left. And see, there it goes. And then the photo was kind of weird. And I was like, oh, it's spotted? And then when I saw it like this, I go, no, it's not, but it's even better. I love that color. Oh my God. I couldn't wait to show you guys. Because she has opened for a while, but I just haven't had time to do what's in bloom. And I was giving it time to show you guys, you know, more flowers. I didn't want to like wait for the buds, for the flowers to go bad. But I didn't want to get enough of them open. So anyways, this is my Col Marie. And her fragrance, let me take a little whiff. Oh my God, it's sweeter than Rick and Stylus. It's like Rick and Stylus, but which this is a Rick and Stylus, or Rick and Stylus, however you want to call them. They're not shooting anything yet. I don't see any promises here yet. So I'm going to close it off because, oh, this is my little buddy Patrick. Patrick, hey buddy, say hi to my viewers. Say hi to the viewers. What are you doing? He's my little outdoor cat. And he's always in front of the door. Poor thing. He's always suffering from skin itching. We used to think it was fleas. He has no fleas. But we're trying to figure out if it's the food. All right, let me turn this around. I'm yapping away. All right, guys, that is it. That is the end of part 1. I am going to do part 2 because I'm looking just now and I'm like, oh my God, I missed that and that and that and that. So I even think part 2 may be even a little bit longer so I can add more in there. Because it's just, I don't want the flower to like wither away and then it's like, oh, missed opportunity. All right, and what else do I have? Oh, I wanted to say hi to somebody. There's this little girl that I met while I was at Kroll Smith, and her name is Cindy. Her dad's name is Ray, and they came up to me to say hi while I was looking at some. And I wish I would have been recording because I normally don't put kids on camera because I don't know how the parents feel about it. If I've had parents say it's okay, then I will put them on there. So if you guys want your kids on camera, I don't mind. I think it's great because it'll encourage other kids to join into the whole world of plants and orchids. And you know, I'm a big believer that it starts from the small ones, you know, because they're the ones who are going to continue, you know, the whole passage to orchid collecting and doing what we do today, you know, and making it grow more and more. I mean, I remember years ago, Orchid World wasn't like this. I mean, even the YouTube channels have kind of like extended a broader audience of the orchid world. So that's amazing. I love that that's happening. So it's great when I see little kids come over to me to say hello and all that, because I feel like, great, something's working. And unbeknownst to me, I'm finding out more and more that a lot more kids are watching my program with their parents. And so that feels great, because as I said, this is a show of love, passion, positivity, and rated general audience. I like it that way, and I keep it that way. So so thank you so much, Ray, for introducing yourself and your little girl Cindy. She's beautiful, she's awesome. You guys did a great job raising her, you and your wife. She I see a lot of potential in her. I saw she was watching one of my episodes while she was rocking in a chair. She thought nobody was watching her, and my partner goes like this to me. When I looked over, she's there rocking in the chair watching an episode. That was so touching. So anyways, I promised her I would say hi. So hi, Cindy. Hope to see you again at another show. And I think I got it all. I think I put it all in this program. So if I did forget something, I'll put it on the next video on part 2. All right, guys, so see you in part 2. I am Nelson. You're watching Nature Nell. And remember to always keep it green. See you in a bit.